Board meeting, special study session. At this time, may I have a motion to approve the agenda? Second time. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes carried. Information proposals and recognition, Alhambra Cathleen, Dr. Williams.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have a number of happenings and a calendar of events, a classroom spotlight to share with the governing board this evening. The annual legislative committee dinner and meeting was held last night, and 4 legislators were in attendance, including newly elected representatives Reginald Boulding and Jay Lawrence from the House Education Committee, Representative Debbie McCune Davis from District 30, and Senator Martin Quesada from District 29. They shared information about the upcoming legislative session with 110 guests in attendance, and much of the discussion was focused on the college and career-ready standards. Student scientists and STEM Saturday go hand in hand in the Alhambra School District. On Saturday, December 6th, another round of scientific exploration, experiments, and excitement abounded at Catalina Ventura School. Once again, the ASU LEGO League and Quantum Energy and Sustainable Solar Technologies Research Center provided student teachers to present lessons to 6th through 8th grade students on building solar-powered cars with Legos and designing and creating solar ovens. A variety of high-interest activities were offered at December STEM Saturday. Students designed roller coasters, cars, catapults, solar batteries, and rockets. 300 plus students attended this STEM session. Students in Monica Bair's Granada East classroom attended a performance of the Nutcracker at Symphony Hall on December 17th through a partnership with Act One, which supports education field trips to the visual and performing arts of Arizona's underserved schools. Act One coordinated the trip and provided a lesson plan that could be spiraled to meet the needs of students. When students returned to campus, they were surprised with the annual holiday dinner, being served with sparkling cider in a classroom decorated with tablecloths, candlelight, and balloons. In recognition of Grand Canyon University's $500 grant award to sponsor our annual STEM showcase, students, families, and staff from Ana Lucia and Barcelona middle schools were able to take advantage of free basketball tickets to the Lady Lopes December 18th game. District attendees were also invited to the pre-game tailgating that included dinner, Christmas music, and numerous performances. Thank you to Grand Canyon University for their continued support of our programs. 14 student teachers will be placed in Alhambra classrooms for the spring semester. These future teachers represent Grand Canyon, Northern Arizona, and Ottawa universities. Our mentor teachers are to be commended for their dedication to working with our new student teachers and interns, providing a quality classroom environment and serving as role models. Spelling Bee is here once again. Alhambra School District Spelling Bee is scheduled for 9:30 a.m. on Friday, January 23rd at Simpson School. The Arizona Education Foundation is sponsoring this year's bee. All school bees will be completed by Friday, January 9th. The winner and alternate from each participating school will advance to the Spelling Bee. The Spelling Bee is a great American tradition and an excellent way to promote and honor academic excellence. Good luck to all of our students. This spring, grades 3 through 8 students will participate in the new statewide assessment, the AZ Merit, in English, Language Arts, and Mathematics. Students in grade 4 and 8 will also take the AIMS Science Test, and we will be focusing on the AS Merit during this evening's study session. Some upcoming events. Parent Learning Community Workshop will be held here in the boardroom on January 21st from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. And Melissa Penniman at that time will be sharing an overview of the new test with parents. Our Next community luncheon will be held January 28th from 11:30 to 1:30 p.m. here in the boardroom. New parent orientation for the second semester will be held January 29th. It's beginning at 6:30 here in the boardroom. And our next business partners breakfast will be held here in the boardroom 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. on February 4th. I am hopeful that members of the governing board are able to attend some, if not all, of these events. And our classroom spotlight for this evening, Alhambra's Authors of Tomorrow are the voices of the future. The Authors of Tomorrow in Mrs. Kreider's 6th through 8th grade self-contained classroom at Simpson School are writing every day in English language arts. This special education class is overflowing with creativity and excitement as students understand their words and knowledge of the 6 traits writing process will ultimately lead to their final project, a finished book submitted for publishing. The students now passionate about writing utilize high-interest story starters to build confidence and stamina. During the first week of school, the future authors wrote only 3 sentences, and for some with writing disabilities, this was a difficult endeavor. By the end of September, the students were writing a half page per day, and by December, the students produced 1.5 to 2 pages of innovative and well-written work each day. To accomplish this incredible task, students dedicated 90 minutes a day to ELA instruction using the Arizona Writing and English Language Arts standards along with the 6-trait writing process, all aligning to the same objective in a cycle. At the end of one monthly writing cycle, students chose a peer and a story to edit and assess using their 6-trait rubric scoring process. The final draft of each cycle story is typed, presented to the class, and put into their writing portfolio for possible selection as their next project. By the end of the school year, the students will have mastered all 6 traits of writing and will be ready to apply all these traits for the book project. The students select one of their typed stories to turn into a children's book. A published author and a comic book illustrator provided a writing workshop to assist our students. After completing the final prototype, students will have the opportunity to submit their book for publishing. Their unwavering dedication, excitement of bringing their own work to life, and making this educational journey personal and meaningful has transformed students into the authors of tomorrow. So I extend my congratulations to both Ms. Kreider and Ms. Baird for the outstanding work being done with our special education students.
Okay, very well. At this time, we'll go to the National Board Certification Recognition. Dr. Williams.
Thank you. The Alhambra School District is pleased to recognize an Alhambra teacher who has achieved National Board Certification, an advanced teaching credential that complements the Teacher State Teaching License. National Board Certification is achieved upon successful completion of an assessment program designed to recognize effective and accomplished teachers who meet high standards based on what teachers should know and be able to do. Congratulations to Stephanie Eubank, 4th grade teacher at Simpson School. Mrs. Eubank participated in a National Board cohort sponsored by the district and devoted a great deal of time and hard work to accomplish this challenging yet rewarding endeavor. Mrs. Eubank received her National Board Certificate in Early and Middle Childhood Literacy, Reading Language Arts category. Mrs. Eubank, please come forward so that we may recognize you.
Okay, we'll move on to now the Rodell Exemplary Teacher Award. Dr. Williams.
Thank you again, Mr. President. The Rodell Charitable Foundation of Arizona recently sponsored their Rodell Exemplary Teacher Initiative program, where they recognize outstanding teachers who work in inner city schools and pair these exemplary teachers with promising student teachers. This year, Rodell named 12 outstanding teachers in Arizona as exemplary teachers. The exemplary teachers will mentor 6 Rodell promising student teachers over the next 3 years. The Alhambra School District is extremely pleased that one of our teachers was selected as a Rodell exemplary teacher. I'd like to introduce this excellent teacher and ask her to come forward to be recognized. Jennifer Hollenbeck, 2nd grade teacher from Westwood Primary School.
At this point, we go to section E, although I don't believe that we have any cards for public comment. We'll move on to board action, approval of consent agenda. The board approved item F.01A, approval of vouchers, F.01B, approval of personnel matters, F.01C, approval of resolution of signing vouchers between governing board meetings, and F.01D, approval of white copy paper bid as consent agenda items. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Very good. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes carried. F.02, travel for Robert Zamora and Ray Martinez to attend the NSBA Advocacy Institute. The board approved travel for Robert Zamora and Ray Martinez to attend the NSBA Advocacy Institute in Washington, D.C. on February 1st through the 3rd, 2015 at district expense. This is a legal requirement. Do I have a motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Discussion, do we have enough money to send both Mr. Zamora and Mr. Martinez?
Board member Mrs. Alvarado, we do have an established travel budget, and there are sufficient funds to cover the travel. I will, if not in this update, provide you with an update of the remaining travel budget for the governing board. But it's more than sufficient for the planned travel for the remainder of the year.
Thank you, Dr. Williams.
And with that discussion, I'll reiterate the fact of that last meeting, I believe I mentioned formally and at the meeting that I was pulling my travel for the NSBA annual conference. And so therefore that money has been or will be brought back to the budget.
Oh, okay. So you're pulling back from the national?
Yes, I am.
In Nashville?
I felt it was more conducive to look at some of the advocacy things that we could do for public education, with especially having new congressional leaders, and I thought that would be more useful to us.
That's new information for me. Thank you for sharing that.
No problem. So with that being said, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes carried. F.03, travel by Cathleen O'Neill Frantz to attend the NSBA 75th Annual Conference. The board approved travel for Cathleen O'Neill Frantz to attend the NSBA 75th Annual Conference in Nashville, Tennessee on March 21st to the 23rd, 2015 at district expense. This is a legal requirement. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes carried. At this time, comments from the governing board. The mission of the Alhambra School District is to provide students with the knowledge and skills for continued academic excellence through high-quality program services and support. Governing board members are encouraged to share any comments relevant to the Alhambra mission statement at this time. Do I have any comments from the governing board?
Yes, I have a couple of comments. I'd like to have two comments. One is that now that we have a couple of new board members, that Mr. Zamora, President, that you would consider having a board retreat here locally. We don't have to travel anywhere. I think we did a board retreat about 5 years ago, and we went over the mission of the Alhambra District and also goals that each one of us established. I publicly would like to request that you work with us to do a board retreat, and it can be here. Also, the Arizona School Boards Association does provide expertise, professional help, and they can come in and help us with that. So I think that is a very important thing. The other thing is that we have not only classified but certified staff that have come to our board meetings, and they have expressed concern about maybe the environment or the climate or the conditions of teaching, and I would like us to maybe reach out, have some more communication with certified staff so that that is happening all along, rather than sitting here and listening to 100 certified staff with their comments. So I would like to see us as a board reach out to the certified staff and classified if that's what is needed. It's just a comment. You don't have to act on it. Okay?
Mr. Falk?
I think Ms. Alvarado makes some very, very strong points. And I would say to your first point, remember a couple years ago we did where they came in and we had ASBA kind of lead and go over rules of order, that sort of thing. I think that might be a good refresher course for us to do, either before a meeting, something like that. But I think a retreat is good for us to take a Saturday morning or whatever it ends up being to discuss. I would say nothing else, but I just want to send positive thoughts to our new board members. I'm excited to get into the year this year. Welcome to the board, and I'm excited to work with you guys, get to know you a little bit better, and see what we can do this year. Thank you.
Any other comments? I would just like to say to the new 2 board members, welcome to the board. Good luck. And you definitely will be a baptism by fire. You guys didn't get too much training and you just kind of jump right into it. So other than that, I wanted to say to all the staff, Happy New Year. I think this is going to be a good new year with us, I believe, as other board members have mentioned, reaching out, working collaboratively to do whatever's best in the eyes of children and what's best for children as a whole. And so we need to work together and get that done. Now, at this time, we are going to talk about future meetings. An executive session at 5:15 prior to a regular board meeting of the governing board will be held on January 22nd, 2015. A special study session will be held at the governing board on February 5th. All meetings will be held here at 6:30 or other times as posted in the Alhambra Governing Board Room at 4510 North 37th Avenue. And at this time, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We stand adjourned. We'll go into the study session.